You're really one of my favorite sitcom actors. I loved watching you on Three's Company. I grew up with you in my home. I just had to take the time to tell you what an inspiration you've been. Well, I don't want to cut in. Continue. Go on.
More energy. Maids like me. I'm neat. I like maids. They're neat. Someone no household should be without. Everybody ought to have them. Everybody ought to have them. Everybody ought to have a working girl. Everybody ought to have a lurking girl to patter around the house. Everybody ought to have them. Everybody ought to have them. Everybody ought to have a menial, consistently congenial, and quieter than a mouse. Oh, would she be delicious, tidying up the dishes, neat as a pin? Oh, would she be delightful, sweeping out, sleeping in? Everybody ought to have a someone who you hire when you're short of help, to offer you the sort of help you never get from a spouse. Fluttering up the staircase, shuttering up the window, cluttering up the bedroom, buttering up the master, puttering all around the house. Oh, would she be delicious, tidying up the dishes, neat as a pin? Oh, would she be delightful, sweeping out, sleeping in? Whoa! Everybody ought to have a maid. Someone who would fetch you your slipper will be winsome as a whippoorwill and graceful as a grouse. Skittering in the pantry, flittering through the parlor, flittering in the pantry, littering up the bedroom, fluttering all around the house. A maid. Everybody ought to have a maid. Everybody ought to have a serving girl, a loyal and unswerving girl, who's quieter than the mouse. Oh, pick her at the dustbin, especially when she's just been traipsing about. Oh, would she be delightful, living in, giving out? Oh, everybody ought to have a maid. Tidily collecting bits of paper and strings, appealing in her apron strings, beguiling in her blouse. Chattering in the cellar, clattering up the kitchen, flattering up the master, fluttering all around the house. Hey, the house. The house. The A maid. Everybody ought to have a maid. Someone who's efficient and reliable, obedient and pliable, who's quieter than a mouse. Oh, would she be so nimble, fiddling with her thimble, making a gown? Oh, would she be delightful, cleaning up, leaning down? Oh, everybody ought to have a maid. Someone who's as busy as a bumblebee, and even if you grumblebee, be graceful as a grouse. Wriggling in the anteroom, giggling in the living room, giggling in the dining room, wiggling through the other rooms, fluttering all around.